big black box.
Staring at me. I had to have it. I had to have it.
No one's fun anymore! Whatever happened to fun?
You are listening to the Drag Dungeon Podcast with your hosts, Jay and John.
Hey, welcome back to the broadcast, your favorite podcast. You asked for this shit if you're easily offended. We don't recommend it. You asked for this shit, so here it is.
You. I'll tell you how I'm doing. Not well, bitch.
Welcome back to And Just Like Crap. I'm John. This is Jay.
What's up, y'all?
Thank you, everyone, for subscribing. We finally got to 3,000 subscribers.
Yes.
We appreciate your support. If you're not subscribed, please do it now. We would like to get to 5,000.
Ooh, that would be so exciting.
It would be. And we also do a weekly Patreon episode, bonus episode about current hot topics and everything. The link is in the description here. So, today we're talking about episode 4 of And Just Like That, called Alive! Exclamation point.
Oh my god, did you think that this was about Big not really being dead, as we've been predicting this whole entire time? Because I thought Alive, like he was like gonna, like, just come out of nowhere and be like, hi, Carrie, like, you know.
Like Frankenstein, like, he's alive!
Yes, like he really was never dead. We have been saying that. I think he faked his death. You know, I was thinking about this. Why didn't they just get a different actor to play him? I mean, Bewitched did it. Right, Darren, they had a new Darren. Like, why couldn't they have just got somebody else to do this? I'm like, it's already terrible. So having another actor, I mean.
Yeah, well, I think his death was planned before he got canceled. You know?
Well, yes, but they still could. I mean, people have died in so many shows and come back.
That's true. I mean, what are the rules? There are no rules anymore.
There are no rules. That's my point. They're already making it shit. So why not be like Jake?
We needed a new Samantha and a new Big. Why not?
Yeah, I mean,
Carrie is not the most exciting widow. I mean, her life is pretty boring now.
She's made grief a real snooze fest.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly.
Like, I thought she'd be boning every guy. She'd have that Tinder, be swiping, which she did a little bit last season.
Yeah, and, like, crying the whole time. Yeah.
Yeah, like crying when she comes.
Yes! That would be great. The whole time she's just crying.
So, what I noticed about this episode is we don't even see the new characters hardly. And no. I'm not complaining because we hate them. But I'm like, this is weird. This is part of what's frustrating about And Just Like That is they have 4 new characters, but we don't follow what they're up to in every episode. Like, yes, we see Che in this episode. We do see Lisa is the one we see the most, but I don't think Naya's even in it.
No, and Seema, where's Seema's story?
No
They
story.
totally dropped her story this whole season. Like, her man is gone. Well, not there. We haven't seen him anyway since, like, for a couple moments, the one episode. We don't know anything about her now. Like this is stupid. If they're really trying to spin this off, if that's what they're doing, they're failing miserably.
Yeah. I mean, why wouldn't their story, there was all that drama with Seema and the guy, the Prada guy last episode, and then now just nothing. Now she's just going to coffee with Carrie.
She's like Carrie's assistant, and
yeah, she does.
So wrong.
So I just thought that was odd. Like I said, we don't even like the new characters for real or care about them. We've said that 100 times. Mm-hmm. But if you're gonna try to make them happen, don't just completely drop the ball with their storylines in a certain episode.
I know they put a lot of effort into this Che Miranda thing into ridiculous levels. And then the new characters, they're like, let's have a dinner party where everything goes wrong.
Oh, how fun.
Oh, so fun.
So I don't know, how are we supposed to care about them if we're not even getting updates on it? I'm just so make a decision. Are they happening or are they not happening?
Yes.
I don't know.
Right, I agree.
So this episode opens up with Carrie and Bobby Lee having breakfast, and Carrie is shocked that he accepted her invite. Now, why?
What?
I don't know.
I don't know. This scene, nothing happens with the scene. It goes nowhere. There's bathroom humor, which here at Drag Dungeon we don't appreciate so much. And it's cheap. It's cheap comedy. It's like anybody can make a fart joke. And this was stupid. I mean, it wasn't a fart joke, but it was a bathroom joke.
Yeah, I hate that too. And it really, there was no point to this. It didn't do...
It went nowhere.
Nowhere, no point at all. Usually, the scenes help move the story forward, right?
Yeah, it's a reason for them. Like, great storytelling, there's a reason for everything to happen. When you just throw in something like a moment just to, I don't know, give the character... wanting the character in the episode, it's so shallow and
and it doesn't feel like a real friendship at all to us. We're not buying it. Carrie gives a copy of her death memoir to Bobby, which I'm sure he's really interested in. Like, he doesn't have to hear her drone on about it enough.
Right, I mean, she probably never shuts up about herself at those breakfasts for the most part, so he's probably like, God, I already heard every freaking page of this.
I thought this book came out last year. I guess this is a paperback. The re-release? It's a reprint?
Well, they're doing she's doing the Audible or whatever.
Oh, right.
It's making it's back in the zeitgeist.
That Audible should have been. Oh no, last season she was talking to her publisher, and what did they want the end to be? They wanted her to change something. I forgot what it was.
Right. They wanted Big to come back from the dead and try to eat her brains.
Right.
I think that's what it was.
So, I don't know. I wouldn't read that. Even the cover's boring. Carrie receives a random text from a guy, Marlon Schaefer, and she looks confused. And we're like, we already can see where this is going, and we're bored.
Yes, I feel like this definitely harkens back to previous episodes, but I'm not in like a really good way.
There's too much texting in this show. Like, I'm tired of looking at people's phones.
Right, it's like you stand next to somebody and they're texting, and it's not like just sending a quick message or like texting and texting and texting, and you're like, Jesus Christ, can you please pay attention? It's like people who have Apple Watches. Now, people love their Apple Watches. I'm glad you love them. But I have a thing about somebody checking their text through their Apple Watch. If they're like looking at their watch while they're talking to me, I know what they're doing, but at the same time, I feel like they're looking at their watch like, when will this end? And they're like, oh no, I'm just texting. I'm like, shut up.
Have you ever seen somebody answer a call on their Apple Watch like their Inspector Gadget?
Oh, shut up. No.
Yeah, I called a friend of mine once, and she answered me on the Apple Watch, and it sounds like shit. I was like, I'll just talk to you later. It's not that urgent.
No, that's crazy. No.
So Candice Bergen is in this episode. She was Carrie's Vogue editor. I always liked their interactions on the original show, and
I love her.
Yeah, I do too. I really liked the Murphy Brown reboot. It was only one season, but...
This is total random, but Moby, Moby, the artist Moby, his dog is named Candice Bergen Bagel. So every time I see Candice Bergen, I say Candice Bergen Bagel.
I love that. I bought his autobiography. I want to read it.
I love him.
Love Moby. So Enid is just... she's having breakfast here at this restaurant as well. She is... it looks like she's trying to avoid Carrie, right? At first...
She's creeping by. I don't know what's going on. Carrie sits a lot. When she was sitting there, not moving, I'm like, she just sits there. Like, just sits there.
It's in her contract. Hideous hats, seated in every scene.
Hideous hats! We don't get to the hat yet, but go on.
We'll get there, yeah. So anyway, Enid expresses her condolences for Big's death a year later, then states that she's suffered her own death of her career at Condé Nast, which...
Yeah, totally comparable.
I love that self-absorbed. Just like, I've suffered a great loss too.
I too have suffered a great loss.
Even though I'm 10 years past retirement age.
Right, and having a party with Gloria Steinem, but somehow my career, yeah.
Yeah. Carrie says she enjoys Enid's Ask Enid newsletter. Newsletter?
What? A newsletter and an online magazine. How old is this?
I don't think Martha even does a newsletter anymore. What year is it?
I don't know.
So Carrie just sort of subtly asks, because apparently this Ask Enid thing is a big deal. She's like, would you mind mentioning my book in your newsletter? And Enid's like, no.
She's like, hell no.
That sad book? No, that's not
right.
That's not what we're about.
Gross.
So Enid tells Carrie that she's working on an online magazine called, what is it?
Vivant.
Vivant. Or French for
Vivant.
alive. I'm going to say
You
alive.
probably don't pronounce the T. It's probably Vivant.
Yeah, I'm just going to say alive because I don't want to sound like a douchebag. And Enid says, for women our age, she lumps Carrie into her age bracket, which is hilarious.
And she makes a quip about her highlights in her hair. I
Yeah.
think that was your shade of highlights.
I saw your
That's so bitchy.
it's like your dusty Walgreens hair dye highlights.
Right. I saw that hair color at the dollar bin at the pick and save.
What other woman your age has hair that long and stringy? I don't know. She asks Carrie to get involved in the Alive Vivant and says she'll send her the info. Charlotte and Harry and Lisa and Herbert are sending their kids on a trip, thank you, God, to the sun.
Yes, I hated this scene, like, with the kids. I mean, not that we don't hate kids here. We just don't like them on this show because we don't care about their stupid lives. And then Charlotte, she's wearing, like... I'm like, these people are always overdressed. She's, like, sending her kid off, and she's wearing, like, this solid red, like... I'm like, I kind of like it, but at the same time, it's like...
Yeah, I mean...
It just doesn't make it reality. Do people really dress like that in New York when they're sending their kids off to school or camp or whatever?
Maybe for like a preppy school like that, like, you know, they're all the parents are trying to impress each other. I
Yeah,
don't know.
you're right. They're probably trying to, yeah.
Like,
Look at that.
But of course it's amped up for the show because we really don't want to see Charlotte in sweatpants. But whatever.
I don't know.
I'm sure somebody makes a nice pants sweatsuit for
Lululemon.
Lululemon. Something classy, just a classier version of that. But whatever.
Lululemon's trashy, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. That's what they. Oh no. Lululemons are nice.
The Lululemon's nice. Who am I thinking is
It's
trash?
that other one they did the documentary on about the people that were buying, you know, boxes of leggings, random leggings, and then they like a MLM, and then they had to sell them.
Oh, okay.
Try to sell them, and they were like moldy and shit. And it ruined
not
people's
Lululemon.
lives.
Okay.
No, it was LuLaRoe is what that was.
Oh.
Okay, I'm glad I remember that, or it'd be annihilated. So I'm so glad they're getting rid of the kids. This is fantastic. I wonder how long they'll be gone. I don't even know where they went. Where'd they go?
I don't remember.
Who cares?
Camp or something.
Oh well. Lisa tells Charlotte and Harry to remember she and Herbert are having their 20th anniversary party, and of course they're invited.
So exciting.
We'll see that later. Miranda. Now we're on to Miranda. She's back in New York at their house, I guess. Is it the same house? And she wakes up because Daddy Steve is punching the bag. What is that? The punching bag.
What did you think was happening when you heard that noise? Before we knew that.
Boning.
Yes, exactly. I thought this was like her hearing Brady like having sex.
Again. Yeah.
Again. I thought this was a reference to that, and then you find, yes, Steve looking hot, punching that bag.
He does look good.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was going to be Che in the next room nailing Steve.
Oh God.
I really like it like that, Che.
Oh, Che.
Deep
Do that voice. Or was that Che's voice talking to herself because she's narcissistic? Anyway.
Che texts Miranda, "See you Friday," with a so this is like the extent of Che in this episode, pretty much. A little text message with a stupid photo. "See you Friday," and Miranda's excited about that. Okay, now Seema makes her cameo in this episode. She's at a cute little cafe having coffee with Carrie, and Carrie is wearing the hideous hat of du jour.
Ugh, it's awful. It's like Vasco da Gama, like Pirates of Penzance realness. And Seema, like, going over Carrie's calendar, making appointments for her. Her assistant.
"Do you need anything from the store? Can I get your dry cleaning?" So strange.
It's odd.
And Carrie's like, Seema, do you have anything going on? And she starts to talk, and Carrie's like, "Well, enough about you."
Okay. Yeah.
And she tells Seema that Enid put her in the same age bracket as her, and how, you know, offensive that was, and that she wants her to write for Alive! A retirement magazine, which I guess I missed that at first, but it's like AARP, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Or like Dry Elderly Women Monthly.
I think you're going to say dry something else, but then you didn't.
Dry, old and dry.
Dry, dusty. Wasteland of a, yeah.
Seema tells Carrie to go to the event so that Enid will plug her book.
Okay.
Would you go?
Of course. Mm-hmm. Of course, and Carrie would. I don't know why she even didn't, doesn't she have something to sell? I mean, she has this book to sell. She's like, oh, I don't know, and all this. I'm like, Carrie, how could anybody buy this if you refuse to do any press or any sort of schmoozing? Nothing. God, she's so annoying.
She's so rich that she's not motivated. She's not hungry.
No, stupid.
And see, she didn't have that stupid podcast to do anymore, where she could have promoted it on her own platform, but she refused to read the Vagistat ad.
Vagistat. Vag vagina stat.
Vagistat. Carrie gets another text from Marlon Schaefer, our new favorite character. Harry is fucking Charlotte and asks if he can come on her tits. No, she asks him, do you want to come on my tits? Which is so out of character for her.
It really is.
It's funny.
I don't understand what's going on.
I mean, it's funny. Just the phrase "come on my tits" always makes me laugh. I say it all the time, even in a non-sexual context.
Me too. I say it to everyone. I just said it to my parents the other day when I was like, so, Mom, Dad, have you ever... No.
By the way, love you, honey. Come on my tits, Mom. And so then he straddles her, stands up, and he's trying to come on her tits, but nothing comes out. And for some reason, she doesn't notice till she goes to wipe it off that nothing landed on her tits.
And right, how could you not?
Which is just, I'm sorry, that's bad acting.
She's really bad, and that's why I think whenever she's talking about this from the start, you're like, what? Like, you don't even believe it because it's so fake sounding, terrible.
It's weird. So he can't shoot a load, I guess. I don't know.
His ghost which I thought that, and then Carrie said Casper. I'm like, that's exactly what I thought. For once, Carrie said something that made sense.
Yeah. Here,
joke.
Charlotte, Miranda, and Carrie, and Anthony, of course, because why not, are at lunch, and Charlotte tells them how, Harry usually comes inside me. She's just very liberal now with her sex talk, which is fine. He usually comes inside me, but that's, I thought it would be a special treat to have him come on my tits because the kids are away.
Wow.
A special treat.
So sweet. That's so sweet.
What a nice gesture.
Some people send flowers.
Like, doesn't your door have a lock? He could come on your tits or face or in your eyes, anywhere.
Right, anywhere. Just go outside in the alley. Something, anything.
Any day of the week. I don't really think. Your apartment is huge. Your kids are probably at the totally other end. I don't think they would even hear. So then Carrie goes on a diatribe about her feelings about jizz.
I mean, somehow Carrie is fine with talking about this, but she wouldn't talk about a vagina suppository to anyone. But here she'll talk about anything.
Yeah. How do you feel about jizz? Oh, I don't know. It's just kind of there.
It's delicious. No,
I wish she would have leaned in and been like, I fucking love it.
I spread it on toast.
Oh my God. I'm obsessed with jizz. I can't get enough.
Right? It's like we do shots. That's what we do. Instead of Jameson, I do cum shots.
And then Miranda would be like, God, I miss jizz.
I know, right? Oh my God, that would...
Miranda says, who knew you were a cum slut?
Well, so the Miranda then says, I haven't been with a man in a while. I'm like, how long were you with Steve? I don't think it's changed a lot for you to be like confused.
Like you forgot what heterosexual sex is like.
Right, and you've been married for how long? And you've been with Che for how long? I mean, it doesn't really... Scales tip.
Jeez. Yeah, I guess Che has just turned her out so fiercely that she cannot even remember.
Oh my God.
Lisa and Herbert are having romantic cocktails at a bar. This is a real boring scene, but it is a beautiful environment, though, I will say, and they look good.
Do you like espresso martinis?
Yeah, I do.
People still drink those? It's not like a Cosmopolitan or Appletini moment where nobody really drinks those anymore?
Yeah, I've heard people order those in recent years. Yeah, I haven't had one in a long time, but it's good. I don't really like a martini, though, just a regular one.
Yeah.
Let's see. Herbert tells Lisa he is reconsidering running for comp controller. Now, I'm not going to pretend to know what that is, because I don't, and I didn't look it up. But we're going with it.
I don't either.
Charlotte and Harry. So, well, anyway, that was pretty much the point of that scene. He's reconsidering. In other words, he was going to run for it, and now he's thinking he won't.
Phew! I was relieved to hear that.
Yeah. Oh, thank God.
Oh, damn. Okay.
I'm still
I'm
still mad that she won't take money from him. Like, write me a check.
That's lame. Or, he is... I know we talk about how hot he is all the time, but everything he says to me is like sex. He said he was doing pro bono work. I'm like, he can pro bono me? And then he was talking about somebody having she has her hands full. I'm like, well, what is she holding? Like, everything is sex for him with me when I'm watching.
He is so cute.
He's so cute.
Let's see. Charlotte and Harry are at the doctor to inquire about his dust balls, as Anthony phrased it. I have to be honest, I didn't really know this was a medical issue, and I don't think it belongs in a TV show.
Well, I looked it up because I was like, what does this mean? And it could be bad things. Like, it could mean cancer. Like, it could mean a lot of things.
They keep like hinting that they're teasing us that they might kill him, like they're threatening us. We know you love Harry. Last season he had something going on. This season he's got something going on. Like, just kill him if you're going to kill him.
Just do it. Get another Peloton. Don't get a Peloton. What's like another kind of exercise equipment he can croak on?
A Nordic track.
A Nordic track, right? Get a Nordic track. Have him croak on that. Like
a Thigh Master.
Yeah, I love like a thread line or a running joke. Well, I shouldn't say joke, but a Thigh Master. Yes, he's doing the Thigh Master, and it like springs out of his legs and smacks him in the head.
And then it flies through their apartment window, kills a pedestrian on the street.
Yes, falls down it's like a boomerang that doesn't come back.
I'm like, just
do it, man.
We like Harry, but he deserves better than this. They didn't really have anything cool for him to do last season either. No. Isn't he a lawyer? Is he still a lawyer?
Yeah, he says he's a divorce lawyer because he talked about redistributing funds or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Cash flow. And he says, I'm a divorce lawyer. Okay.
Right. So the doctor tells him he has to work out his pelvic floor and sphincter, which Charlotte is coaching him in. This was, a little funny, maybe.
A little. And, the doctor was, like, eating a power bar. I'm like, is this, like, an attempt at absurdist humor? Because, you know what I mean? Like, to have the doctor eating a power bar is, like, random and, like, trying to come off as, like, absurd. Why would he be eating a power bar in the middle of a conversation? But no, you're right. It's trying to be funny with us teaching him how to do these what are they called again? Kegels?
Yeah, squeeze.
So were you trying to do one while you were watching? Like, have you?
Oh, of course, yeah.
Yeah, me too. I'm like, I think I'm doing it right, and then I don't know. Charlotte can crack a walnut, apparently. Yeah.
I don't think that he needed her help.
Right. I don't think so either, probably. And how's he just noticing that she's that tight there? He's like, oh, wow. I'm like, how long have you been married? And she does 3 sets a day? I mean, didn't you afraid something would get, like, broken down there while you were having sex? I'm like, I don't know what's going on.
It's like nobody I'd be offended if my partner of that many years didn't remember fucking me or how tight I was. Like, it's like they've all had the Men in Black memory eraser pen after they orgasm. They don't remember anything.
I wish I had that sometimes.
Oh, for real, me too. Miranda, Steve, and Brady are at family therapy. I thought this was about their marriage, but it's about Brady's breakup, so I'm automatically uninterested.
Well, I'm totally confused by this scene. So they're not telling Brady at all about Che, apparently. Like, they've said nothing to him because he doesn't understand if they've split up or not, when clearly they have. So they've said nothing to him at all about this. What do you think of that?
I think that's totally messed up.
It's really messed up. So they're basically lying to him nonstop and then placating him by, babying him because of his stupidity. I'm not going to college. Like, okay, whatever you say. I've never heard. I mean, if parents want to do that, then you're bad parents.
I think they're like it's psychological. Like, are they gaslighting him because he's like, I'm so confused. Things just don't feel right at home, but I don't know why. And they're like, everything's fine. We're just figuring things out. You're the crazy one.
I know. They're They're bad parents. Like, I don't understand why they're lying to him about this. He is old enough to be told all of this.
Yeah,
So-
they have a pretty liberal household. I mean, his girlfriend was walking around in a t-shirt last season. It's not like they're super conservative. I think he can handle it.
I think so, too.
So Miranda says she's going to start looking for a place to live. And I'm like, even though I'm not on her side, I'm like, isn't that the house you paid for? Like, that house?
Yeah, but, you know, when these things happen, somebody's like, what's the easiest way to handle this? You know?
Yeah.
don't know.
You know what? I'll take it. I'd like to see her back in Manhattan in a fun new apartment.
Yeah, so maybe Che and Miranda will break up. We'll see.
I wonder what neighborhood she'll end up in. I think she lived downtown when she and Steve broke up originally. She moved downtown for a little bit before they got back together. But whatever. She doesn't work anymore, so it doesn't really matter. Brady says he's no longer starting college in the fall, which Miranda's torn up about.
But fake has false emotions to her child, lying to his face and saying it's fine, basically.
It's fine. Mommy loves you.
No reason to be upset about anything. The world is a magical, unicorn-filled place.
Maybe he just wants to be a TikTok star. That's totally respectable.
Sure.
I'm just waiting for them to drop a TikTok reference in the show, and then I'm killing myself.
Right. Why haven't they yet?
Miranda tells Carrie in the elevator about the therapy session and why she can't voice her opinion about Brady not going to college because she blew their family up in the first place. Wow. She finally, is realizing that she ruined their lives.
They ruin their lives forever. Finally. Oh, wait. Maybe my actions do affect other people.
Yeah, pretty self-aware. Hopefully there'll be more of that.
Like Carrie. Oh, wow. I did ruin a bunch of people's podcast jobs' lives.
Yeah. We find out that Miranda and Carrie are going to Che's new apartment, where her husband Lyle is also there for no reason.
Dun, dun, dun.
Or is it his apartment? It's somebody's.
No, I think it's Che's because they were going to sublet it when they were in LA. So I think it is Che's, and then what's his name again?
Lyle
helped Che move. Well, they tell this whole story, so that's why I guess he was there.
I'm ready for him to break it off with Che completely and just disconnect.
Well, I thought I hoped with this scene, Carrie was going to get involved with dude.
Yeah.
His name, Lyle. Is that his name? And something was going to happen. Nothing happened with them, but I thought that would be kind of good because he's really cute.
He's cute,
Oliver
but
Hudson, he's cute.
He is, but he's been with Che, and that is a deal breaker.
Okay. Yeah, I can't see them. I never could see them together, but, sure, why not?
And then he jokes about being pegged, and then I was completely turned off.
What? Yeah, I don't really enjoy that term.
I don't either.
Honestly.
I don't know. Call me old-fashioned.
Call me old-fashioned, but...
Oh, God. Okay, so Lyle and Carrie are hitting it off while Che and Miranda eat each other's boxes in the next room.
Ew.
Lyle is a celebrity hairstylist, so he's kind of on the sexuality spectrum, too. Sorry to stereotype.
Yes,
but...
he is. He is. He's down for anything, basically, it seems.
He's like, a hole, and I'm there.
Right, any hole is a goal.
LTW and Herbert are at their anniversary party, and Harry and Charlotte arrive, and nobody else is coming.
Charlotte wearing solid again.
Yeah.
We'll talk.
Charlotte hits it off with, I think his name is Mark Kasabian. I don't remember the name of the actor though. Who's that actor?
I do. Because I want to refresh what he was in. One thing he was in Schitt's Creek and many other things. His name is... Oh, damn.
He's been in everything, so many things.
Should have wrote it down. I cannot.
I always thought he was really good looking, and
Faber, I don't remember.
I assumed he was gay, but I don't think he is. Or maybe he's Hollywood straight, you know what I mean?
I don't know. Yeah, sure.
So then we find out that Herbert didn't even send out the invitation to the party, which I like that. That's kind of funny. The scene just kind of drones on, it wasn't snappy enough to be fun.
No, well, the thing is about him not sending the invitations, that is absurd. Because I didn't hit send. So, one of the most, biggest nights that you've had maybe ever in a long time, you totally just didn't hit send on an email.
Yeah, maybe he wouldn't make a great comp controller. I don't
No.
know. I don't know what that job entails, but if he can't hit send on an email, I'm not sure.
That is a concern.
But he's still rich somehow, so whatever.
Sure.
Herbert's mother continues to be bitchy and hilarious. I wanted her to be back and keep bitching
I
at
wanted her to
them.
be funny. I
Yeah.
thought she just seemed really sort of
Mean.
like kind of mean.
Without-
Like not, yeah.
Yeah, it could have been funnier for sure, but I guess because we like Herbert, we don't want her, but I just thought, when she said to Lisa, it looks like I see you just got back from your performance of The Lion King. Like, that could have been funny, but it just, wasn't delivered correctly or something. Like, her delivery wasn't great.
Right. She's too serious. Like,
Too
she needs to
serious.
think this is more of a joke than just a complete, disappointment and awful. If she thought it was more of like, oh God, these two, more than just like,
Yeah.
like disdain. Like,
Absolutely. You know who I wish they could have gotten to play her? The original Aunt Viv off of Fresh Prince.
oh yeah.
Who, there was all that drama. She got fired for, I don't really remember the reason, but Janet Huber, is that her? Or is that the next one? I don't know, but I love that lady. So Carrie, Miranda, Che, and her ex-husband are laughing and drinking on their Casper mattress, talking about their...
Was it a Casper mattress?
I don't know. All the furniture was IKEA. I'm just assuming it was Casper.
Well, IKEA's mattresses are terrible, so hopefully Che did not get their mattress from IKEA, because I just got a mattress recently, and I went to IKEA and I laid on one, and I'm like, this is like laying on a line of bricks, like a big brick, like awful.
I got a mattress in a box. It wasn't Casper. It was another brand, and it was like torture. It was awful. Anyway, we digress. So they're talking about how Che and Lyle, and they when they were married, they also had a girlfriend. Of course they did, and they were a poly couple, because we're seriously...
I know, just add these fun layers on. Non-binary, polyamorous, what's next?
Gender non-conforming, personality deficient, I just don't know.
Right, sociopathic, I don't know.
Sociopathic, yeah. Just because someone's a sociopath doesn't mean they shouldn't be included.
Right, I'm just waiting for illnesses to be added, like MS. Like, they're going to have everything.
I don't know.
Not that that's an illness, any of those things. I'm
Right.
just saying you're adding on these layers of what's the next part of the story that's like, this isn't necessary.
I just don't know. Lyle just got so much less hot throughout this scene. It was really sad. Like, he started off cute when he was picking up Miranda on the beach. We're coming to save her. And then we find out he likes to get pegged. And then he had a girlfriend with his wife. It's just, I hate it all.
Yeah, and then Carrie's all uncomfortable with everything they're talking about yet again. I can't talk about this. She just has dried up.
Not just uncomfortable, just like almost appalled. She's like, oh my God, I've never heard of this. I'm like,
oh my stars.
oh my goodness, y'all. So Herbert's mother won't join, nobody's at that long banquet table because the invite didn't go out. So the mother is sitting at the total opposite end of the table, which I think is a funny kind of little gag.
Pretty funny.
And
yeah.
she won't join them. Could have been funnier. Mark Kasabian invites Charlotte to work at his gallery, and she says, I'm really busy with my kids. Well, your kids are on vacation, and they're pretty old now. So
I think it's time, Charlotte, for you to
time.
get off your ass and do something other than show your husband how to do Kris Kringles. I can't think of what the fuck they're called.
Kegels.
It will not live in my head because of the ridiculousness of this.
I think this is a good step. We need Charlotte to have a little bit more of an identity. I really liked... they showed her in the gallery a lot during the original show, and I liked it. I liked seeing her at work, and there was always some, they had like a little party there, or when she was about to quit and she was hiring her replacement. Then that's also where I think Samantha met her lesbian lover at that. She was the artist at Charlotte's gallery.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember that.
So it's a great place for all kinds of different storylines to happen.
I agree. I think it's great. We didn't mention that Lisa's father shows up, who is Billy D. Williams, is that actor. It was great to see him. Haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah, what did he say? Did he say anything important?
I don't know if he said anything important, but he's, a guest who comes in, and then later he does, where he's like toasting Lisa, and then to Lisa, and also her movie, and Herbert is like all sad.
Oh, bless.
It wasn't about him. Herbert!
So not only did the invite not go out, but Lisa didn't order the cake either.
What is wrong with these two? You would think they would have assistants to like take care of this stuff. They have like, they're so rich.
Get the...
You know what I mean? Like, hire somebody to do this. Like, hire a company to put this together. They're...
Absolutely. A party planner. Or, I don't know. Maybe they have... Get the Alzheimer's checklist, because they're not remembering a damn thing.
Nothing.
Let's see. Did you think Lisa's dad and Herbert's mom had sexual tension?
Well, no. But it would have been nice if they did. But the mom was way too bitter for that to happen. So she would have been a little more fun. They might have had something there. But, I mean, that would have been cliche, but it would have been great. I would have liked it.
Cut to the next episode, and we see her pegging him.
Oh, my God. Right. Oh. And you know what's funny is, you know, we mentioned the guy who's trying to give Charlotte a job. You know, he's talking about, because he was going to leave with all this stuff, and he ended up staying because his daughter, he said, did something at camp, right? She like snuck her phone in and wanted to. So she's like, what, 10 or something like that? Yeah. That actor is 74 years old. Because when he said that, I was like, how old is this kid? So I looked it up. I'm like, he is 74.
Look, I will not stand for you being ageist on this podcast.
I'm not ageist. I'm saying like he has a 10-year-old child or whatever, and he's 74. It just the storyline is just not so believable. I know you can have kids at, I'm sure.
Robert De Niro is 1,000 years old and has a baby.
Yeah, I mean, so is David Lynch. He had a baby when he was in the 70s, or maybe mid to late 70s. It's possible. It's just like, okay. It made me think. So if I thought it, someone else did.
No, for sure. He does look really good, though, still.
Oh, he looks great. Yeah. No, I like him.
So LTW Lisa is a little just irritated that everything's going wrong. So she's like, you know what, Herbert, you are running for office. So she just announces it without even discussing it with him.
Right. And she's like, I've had it with this shit. We're going to, like, just kick this in gear.
Yeah. Che is rubbing Miranda's tits while she sleeps.
Yet again, for the 10 bazillionth time in 4 episodes.
and then the camera like zooms out and we see that Lyle is also in the bed. And at this point, I'm just like, I need a drink.
She rubs Miranda's tits like she's going to make a wish when the genie pops out. Like, she needs to come up with a different move than that. I don't know.
Yeah, they do a lot of spooning. Lesbians, chime in. Is this
how your life is? Are you happy with bringing in a sort of straight guy into your bed all the time? And like, is this how life is? Tell me.
I don't know. If I were Che, and thank God I'm not, but if I were Che, I would be like afraid to have my ex-husband in the bed and consider like or suggest hooking up, because I'd be like, oh, Miranda's gonna see that she really misses a real cock.
I know, right? I went to this bar the other day, and in the other room there was a private event, and it was a polyamorous group event.
Oh, God.
Yes, and I was like, oh, God. And I saw all the people in there, and I'm like, oh, God.
Join us. Join us.
Yes, I don't want to comment. I'm not commenting on anybody's looks, but I was just like,
Kennel Club.
Huh? Yeah, it was like, I got to the zoo. Like, it was like, that's terrible. But I'm like, I thought, oh, God, these people.
You know what? I've watched some of those shows about polyamorous couples and my poly life and shit, and it usually is busted people.
They were very, 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 and my friend was like, I said that to him, and he was kind of like, oh, okay, you know, like, didn't react a lot, and then he walked by, he was like, oh my God, you're right. I'm like,
I don't know. I understand that the idea of, you know, a threesome or hooking up.
No, I think it's great. Sure. No, I'm not criticizing them for doing that.
No, I know. But I'm just saying I could see how in a porn context that's hot. But in a everyday life, it just sounds... I don't know. It just sounds a mess. It's not something I would...
Sounds like a lot of work, yeah.
Yeah, it's just... I don't know. And then, I don't know. I'd always be like trying to turn one guy against the other. It's just...
Right. Well, I would want to be the star.
Of course.
I always say, like I say this all the time. Well, I'm not going to say if I do or not.
No,
but I always think I want to be the one. I want to be the one that's the main attraction, and I want to be the one that either a person would ditch the other one for.
Absolutely.
I mean, I can't blend in anywhere.
And I
Not in
just
my personality.
no, not at all. I don't know. I don't like
No.
it. Anyway, not for me. Shay, okay. So then, so they're gonna hook up, and Miranda and Shay's like, "Are you cool with this, my ex-husband, or actually current husband, estranged husband,
Yeah.
hooking up with us?" And Miranda's like, "Well, wait, we have to talk about this," which is we get a little glimpse of old school Miranda here, where she's overthinking things.
Yeah, I like it.
And Shay's like, it's getting less hot the more you think about it and talk about it.
Well, was it ever hot? Is my question.
Not to anyone with eyes.
Not in anyone on Earth with any senses.
Yeah, so Miranda's like, she strains a muscle, and she's like, no, I don't think I'm...
Charlie Horse.
Oh, just a
Girls
reminder
reference.
of how old everyone is.
There's a cramp, you pea brain.
Yeah. So Miranda goes to sleep on the couch, and then Che joins her, which is so romantic.
And then the couch breaks. Like, even the furniture is trying to get away from them. It's like...
Absolutely.
The couch is like, absolutely not.
Oh my god. So, Carrie, in the next scene, Carrie decides to appear in her own show again, because she's only in this a little bit.
Right.
And is
Like,
walking...
making a presence here.
Yeah, a little cameo in her own show.
Cameo.
She's walking down the street to Enid's house, talking to Seema on the phone. Now we don't even get to see... Seema could have totally just come along, right? But
Hi,
no.
Seema. Can you cancel my 1 o'clock?
Right.
Right.
Can you reschedule my facial?
Yeah, see if I'm dry cleaning. I like the dry cleaning one. Can you
Yeah,
go to my
dry
dry cleaning?
Um,
My spinach salad, if there's any sand in it, I'm sending it back. That's
Nope.
That's Christmas Carol reference.
Absolutely. So Carrie gets to Enid's house for the Alive party, where Gloria Steinem's just mingling, walking around.
Right. When they said she was there, I really hoped... I'm glad she was on the show, but I was hoping she wouldn't be on the show, because it's more to me like diva to not be there. You know what I mean? Like, she's here, or have a drag queen play her. That was my second thought. But anyway.
Or have, like, in the Golden Girls episode where they hold up the clothes and they're like, Don Johnson couldn't be here tonight.
Gloria Steinem couldn't make it, but this is what she was going to wear. Any of those choices. Drag queen, clothes, not there at all. That's what I wanted, one of those.
Yeah. Just a frame photo of her on the piano.
Or you just see her, like, she's just leaving the room. Like, you see her back, or you see her... She's always just leaving the room.
I like that. Bitsy Von Muffling is at this party again. So we see this actress again, and she is funny. And God bless her, she's trying to save this scene. She really is with her. She's clearly got some comedic chops, but it's just not enough.
No.
But, it takes two to tango, and nobody's playing with her. But I do like Bitsy. She's at the party. Bitsy asks Carrie what she thinks of Marlon Schaefer. And Carrie's like, oh, that was you. Of course it was. Because
Sweet.
Bitsy also fucked him, Marlon, and is now trying to pass him off to Carrie.
I know. What is that? When she set Carrie up, okay. But then she's like, saying that she had sex with him. Like, why would you tell her that? Like, most people would be like, oh, never mind that.
I know. They're acting like gay men.
Sloppy seconds.
And apparently he's got a huge cock. So why are you trying to give him away?
Right. What's that mean? What's wrong with them?
Yeah, what is wrong with them, Bitsy? Because we know you like to be filled. Gloria Steinem is...
She likes to be topped off.
Gloria Steinem is giving a speech on the staircase next to the Abbott banister.
The Abbott banister, right. She's going to stick her head through it as a joke. That would have been good if they had a reference to that, like Carrie stick her head through it and like through this Designing Women reference, and then I can't get my head out, and then she pulls it out. Just kidding.
Gloria Steinem's head is caught in the banister.
Right. Gloria Steinem, like she drops her keys or something, and she tries to reach them that way or something, and her head gets stuck. Anything like that would be
Eddie
great.
Bag,
That's
really.
a good comedy. I'm telling you.
Because I don't know that we even heard any of the speech, or I didn't pay attention.
Didn't care.
I was getting drunk at this point. Bitsy texts Carrie Marlon's cockpick. Flaccid, by the way, which is a choice.
That is a choice.
A poor choice.
A poor choice.
Don't do it.
Yes.
Don't do it, y'all.
That really let us down, seeing that. Get it?
You gotta, yeah, you really gotta have an impressive piece to send a flaccid picture.
Yeah, I'm not into that.
I'm not either.
Return to sender.
Mm-hmm. Or draw a little, put googly eyes on it and send it back.
Aw, cute. Yeah.
Charlotte is jacking Harry off till he comes.
And she's like, I love you, I love you. I'm like, how many people does that get to that point with someone repeatedly saying, I love you? Does that make you come?
No, tell me you hate me and slap me.
We've never met before.
I love you.
Like, lie. You're like, in their case, Charlotte should have been like, I'm your secretary, or I'm a stewardess. My name's Yvette.
I need your cum. Your cum is the serum to bring me back to life.
I know, right? It's the cure for cancer.
Just give me one drop. But at least she's enthusiastic about it, which is important. Carrie says hi to Gloria Steinem as she exits the bathroom. And then...
I hope she washed.
I do too. What if she'd have gone in there? Never mind.
Oh my god, no, we're not doing bathroom humor here. But yeah, she walks.
I stopped myself.
I know. She's looking for the glade. Yeah.
You know in Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, where the one guy's like holds up the glass with the ABBA turd in it.
Oh god.
And they're like, "Is that an? You're telling me this is an ABBA turd?"
Oh my god.
Okay, I'm sorry.
It'd be a Gloria Steinem where she clogs the toilet. Okay, anyway, let's.
Sorry, I broke my own rule, but.
Yes.
Look, we didn't have to see her coming out of the bathroom. They put this here.
Yes.
Enid tells Carrie she doesn't want her to write for Au Vivant Live, whatever. But she wants is it $100,000?
Yeah, she wants $100,000 from her. For
a news... Oh, it's not... This isn't the newsletter. For a elderly magazine?
Right. Full of vagina moisturizer ads.
I'm like, how much is it? Go to GoDaddy and register a domain. It's like $20. What is the $100,000 going to?
I mean, can't you just? There's so many ways to. I don't know. I hate them.
I don't know, but so Carrie says, and then Carrie says, well, if I have to give you $100,000, I have to give everyone.
Everyone. So witty and so smart.
Yeah. I'm like, you may hate this bitch and she's kind of rude to you and has been for years, but you still want to stay on her good side stuff. Maybe be like, well, she did offer to make a smaller donation.
She definitely wants to keep her on the good side, but Carrie has clearly lost her ability to schmooze.
Yeah. So Enid is swiping through Carrie's phone and sees Marlon's cockpick, and we realize that is Enid's boyfriend.
And she says the word pecker. I hate the word pecker. They're talking about the movie Pecker by John Waters, but I don't like the word pecker. Like it's
pecker
like
sounds small.
Pecker. Yeah, I don't know.
A pecker, like you're like, wow, your pecker is huge. No, it's like your teeny tiny pecker.
Who says that? You have a giant pecker.
Put your pecker in me.
What was it, Charlotte, earlier in the episode? Pretend your cock is an elephant's trunk or some shit like that.
Oh god, she does need to go back to work.
She does.
So this is the end of the episode. I mean, I think the last few moments here are pretty snappy and good with the humor with the cockpick and everything.
Yeah, I agree. I didn't hate the Enid, but we like Candace Bergen Bagel. So I mean, we welcome these characters that come in and just like take people out of their comfort zones in a good way. And anything a distraction from Che and that bullshit ass storyline, welcome,
Yeah, and I think why I liked Candace and having this party is she was in our favorite episode of Sex and the City, Splat, where Kristen Johnston falls out the window.
Yeah, whatever happened to fun?
Why couldn't Gloria Steinem fall out the window?
Something. Oh God, why couldn't Carrie accidentally spill her drink on her, or I don't know, trip her down the stairs, or do some kind of and she's like, I'm so starved. I guess maybe because she's 80 something and it might kill her. I don't know, but just some sort of physical comedy that way would have been good.
Yeah.
Hits her car, hits her, walking the street, across the street. I don't know. So many things.
You know who else I would like to see back is the actress from Legally Blonde and White Lotus. What's her name? Jen. You know who I'm talking about?
Oh, Jennifer Coolidge?
Jennifer Coolidge. I would like to see her back. Yes. She was hilarious in that episode where she was throwing those shitty purses all over her apartment. Pissed off when she knocked over the rack when she saw Samantha fucking the cater guy.
I love her too. Everybody loves her. What's not to like about Jennifer Coolidge?
Exactly. Well, that's the end of this episode. Another really uneventful, boring episode.
Right, where the story doesn't move along whatsoever.
Should we start tacking on like the suicide hotline phone number at the end of these?
Maybe we should, because this was hard to watch. Like, I definitely had to, like, stop. And then, you know, we tried to watch it twice. The second time was, oh my God, I was in hell.
I know, it really is torture. But we hope that we made it a little more fun. We love hearing from you, so please leave a comment. Please subscribe if you've made it this far. We love that.
Yes.
And we will see you next week.
Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Bye.
Welcome back to the broadcast, favorite podcast.